Hello and welcome to the Tuesday edition of Talking Football. Today we will take a closer look at the French League and the German Bundesliga. And once again, we're joined by Amit Lewinthal, football analyst for Israel Hayom Daily, and Michael Friedman, I24 news reporter. Hello, gentlemen.
Hello.
Borussia Dortmund lose ground in Germany and things look even worse for Monaco and France. All that and much more coming up. Borussia Dortmund lost for the third time this season, this time to Schalke in the Ruhr Derby. It's true they lose big players every summer, Lewandowski being the latest example, and Marco Reus is injured again. But still, with players like Hummels, like Kagawa, they're expected to do better.
Yes, they should do much better, and the start of the season is off with, I think it's 7 points from 6 games. You know, it's so below par. Jurgen Klopp, admits he has problems. His team is not like the machine we used to see. There is no synchronization in the team. There are many things that he should work on, and he knows that.
And Michael, how is the German press seeing that? I mean, this is a team that traveled to the Champions League final just a bit over a year ago. They're expected to do better than this.
They're expected to win. They shouldn't go across and have a derby and lose like that. The press was saying...
Especially painful to lose to Schalke.
Especially painful, even more so because of Schalke. The fact that they lost, they said it was a bad week in football. It was embarrassing, it was frustrating, and Hummels even said that this was just... It wasn't good. It wasn't good enough. And he's a star player for them, and he knows that they must do better in the future.
By the way, it was Hummels' first game of the season, first start of the season.
And Marco Reus is still out.
Yes, and the defense still looks awful. They had 1 point in 3 games in a week, and the defense is nowhere near the strikers of other teams. There is no coordination between both central defenders. And the team needs a lot of work to do, and maybe bring new signings in January, because they are short of midfielders right now.
Yes, and on to Bayern Munich, who make it look so easy. They're far from being at their best, and yet they just seem to comfortably cruise to the title. This time winning 2-0 in Köln. And Amit, again, you look at their squad. There's Götze, there's Lewandowski, there's Arjen Robben. There's so much talent. It's unstoppable, at least in Germany and maybe in Europe.
Well, the only entertainment is gambling what Guardiola will do. Every he like shuffles and twinkles every game. You saw this game he played with 3 in the back, and one of them was David Halaba, who played a midfielder most of the season, but so strong that it doesn't really change. They still win the games. And Xabi Alonso, the new addition to the team, had 206 passes. It was a new Bundesliga record at this game. And so they control matches as they want in Germany.
But yes, I know we're still in September, but they have a big responsibility in the Champions League. You mentioned Pep Guardiola. He didn't win the Champions League with Bayern Munich. So this is something they have to do. They will probably be German champions again. Champions League is their goal.
Yeah, the problem is that only one is the winner of the Champions League, or the other are losers, and we have
teams like Real Madrid, Barcelona, Chelsea.
And we have at least 8 to 10 candidates. So yeah, it will be tough. But if it goes again to the latter stages, and if they are beaten in the semi-final by penalties, I don't think it will be a great fail. It will be a disappointment but not a great failure. But the 4-0 against Real in the last semi-final was bitter. They must do better when they arrive to the final stages of the year.
And Michael, we mentioned the Champions League, so we saw Bayern Munich doing very, very good in the Bundesliga. A bit of a problem now in the Champions League, but not on the pitch.
Yeah, usually you think just on the pitch, scoring goals might be problems there, but no. Outside their hotel, they actually had to go out for a fire alarm. They thought that there was a fire inside.
On fire, but not the way they wanted
But not on fire, exactly. And they had the players curled up outside. Pep Guardiola was taking the selfies. Robin was out there.
It may be September, but it's already very cold in Moscow at night.
They're out there with 10 degrees. It's a bit chilly for the players and the coach outside.
So we saw those images of them with those blankets. They were very, very cold. Having said all that, Bayern Munich cruising in Germany. shouldn't have a problem this week in Moscow in the Champions League.
No, I think Moscow, they know that the weakest team in this group, actually Roma is supposed to be the third-ranked team in this group, and they beat them 5-1. So I think, CSKA, they want, at home at least, to get maybe a point. It won't help them to get to the next stage. But they want their respect, back and show they're a good football team. And I think Bayern, it's not the game they must win, so maybe we'll have a competition there.
And here we're seeing Aryan Robin with that blanket. Yes, it's cold in Moscow at night. So as we said, Bayern Munich won, Borussia Dortmund lost, and in other results from the Bundesliga, Borussia Mönchengladbach beat Paderborn away. Bayer Leverkusen lost 2 points in Freiburg as that game ended in a goalless draw. And 2009 champions Wolfsburg beat Hertha Berlin 1-0 at home. Bayern Munich are first with 14 points, Mönchengladbach is second with 12, and Bayer Leverkusen further down with 11. Hoffenheim, Mainz and Hanover follow all with 10 points. Borussia Dortmund is at the moment out of the top 10 as they're only in 12th position. Now to France, when there is a tight race for the title of the disappointing team. So far, it's Monaco who are first when it comes to this, as they lost for the 4th time in 8 matches, this time to Nice. Maybe they're not champion material yet, but we can definitely expect more, Amit, from a team with Berbatov, with Moutinho. These are big names. Okay, not champions, not Champions League material, but more than what they're doing.
Yes, but I think when they sold James Rodriguez and Radamel Falcao in the end of the summer, actually.
It's a statement when you sell your 2 big stars.
All the other players knew that the program, the project of Rybolovlev, of the owner of Monaco, is not that serious, and the team is now on a decline. And if they thought about competing with PSG, now they're realizing that third place will be enough for their aspirations.
How big can you be when your home stadium of 15,000 seats, 18,000 seats is not even full?
On the long term, you don't see Monaco with, they don't have the enough supporters, enough fans, for them to be considered as a big team. There is very bad environment in the Stade Louis II, the stadium. So, you really hope, if you're not their fan, you hope they're not doing so well as Marseille, who has amazing audience.
And this Monaco crisis is perhaps the only good thing that happened to Paris Saint-Germain, as it takes some pressure off the champions. But even so, PSG is very disappointing, winning only 3 out of 8 so far. And rumors out that if they lose to Barcelona in the Champions League tonight, there may be some changes. Michael, let's look at their squad. There's Matuidi, there's Zlatan, there's Cavani, there's so many big names, French, foreigners. They can do much more than 3 wins and 5 draws in the French league. This is Champions League. This is final Champions League material.
With the players that they have, they should do better. The press thinks that it's continuously a problem, the fact that they have the players to do it and they're not winning the games. They're slipping, and it's an embarrassment. It's no way for them to try and reach the top 4 and qualify for the Champions League. So if they don't make a big change and get the players together, it's not going to work out for them. And
Amit, we have been hearing rumors that if they lose to Barcelona, this game is in Paris tonight, it may even bring some changes, maybe even Laurent Blanc, maybe.
Yeah, first of all, they will have to make do without Zlatan Ibrahimovic. He's injured for the last 10 days. He is not playing tonight.
How he would love to play against Barcelona.
Of course. But he will have his chance at the Camp Nou, in 2 months' time. The problem is...
You would love that even better, scoring at the Camp Nou.
Yeah, exactly. But Paris has a lot of problems, not only on the pitch, but off the pitch as well. In the dressing room, they say the ambience is very, very bad. They are divided to 3 camps. The friends of Zlatan, the South American, the French one. They don't even like to talk with each other. The French guys don't like Blanc. They said bad things for the...
And you see that on the pitch.
Yeah. Zlatan has, in his last game against Lyon, only 40 touches, which is very, very... One of his games where he was less involved in his 2 years in Paris. Very, very bad problems socially in the club. And they have to move on. Laurent Blanc is facing a massive task now without Claude Makalele, his assistant last year, who was very close to the players. Now he's a coach in Bastia, so he has to to make take this ship and bring it to its destination. But now it's very, very hard. They will at the end win the championship.
In France.
In France, that's not a question. Even if they have 5 draws in 8 games, in Europe they must do better. And Barcelona is a great motivation. Laurent Blanc doesn't have to say nothing, only to put his strong team.
And I have to ask you, Michael. Amit is saying here they will eventually win the championship in France. He's probably right. Can Marseille pose some challenge? They won 6 in a row. They're first, 5 points ahead.
I personally don't think that Marseille can. I mean, just like at PSG, they're the ones that will get through. They have the amount of money that should get them through to the end. But Marseille, they're looking talented right now.
They started the season with 1 point in 2 games, and ever since they don't stop winning.
But remember, the season is long. It's very early on, and a lot can happen in the next few months.
I don't think Bielsa has the squad, deep enough. But if he manages, to not to go through bad injuries for important players, he doesn't have any, European tasks. They even don't play in the.
They play once a week.
Yeah. Exactly. So it's a big advantage. Like we saw Liverpool last year, they, ran for the title in England without playing in Europe. But Bielsa has, against PSG with their players, and he's only in his first season. It will be a miracle if Marseille does it in their new Velodrome Stadium now with 67,000 capacity. It's it'll be terrific to watch Marseille doing well because they have one of the best crowds in Europe.
Yes. Yeah, absolutely.
Very exciting.
And in other results from the French league, Lille beat Bastia 1-0. Metz look good again, easily winning against Rennes, and Bordeaux continue their good run, beating Reims 2-1 at home. Marseille are first with 19 points, followed by Bordeaux with 17 and Lille with 15 points. PSG is fourth with 14 points, same as Metz and Saint-Etienne. Don't look for Monaco at the top half. They are only in 12th place with 10 points. So we spoke about Marseille, we spoke about Monaco, both with foreign managers. One is doing great, the other not so much. Are the foreign managers improving the level of football in France? Lise Barenboim and Michael Friedman try to answer.
Foreign coaches often hope to revolutionize Ligue 1 in France with the goal of triggering an impact in French football. However, their ambitions do not always work out. Marseille's coach, Marcelo Bielsa, has made a lot of noise in French football. He came to Marseille with new rules, and his players have had to adjust to his rougher methods.
In terms of training, it's different. It's an approach that comes from abroad. Marcelo Bielsa makes us do more technical exercises. We do not play much. He is hardworking and a real tactician.
It appears to work with their recent 2-1 victory against Saint-Etienne. Marseille has now won 6 consecutive league matches. André-Pierre Gignac even scored 8 goals in the last 8 matches. In Monaco, Portuguese coach Leonardo Jardim arrived with a good philosophy: possession, constant pressing, and attacking football. But the coach is still looking to find that right combination, as he already used 19 players, 3 gaming systems, and 7 different defenders. The departure of Falcao and James Rodriguez did not help the coach to balance his squad. His players are aware, but ready for the challenge.
Now it's something else. You have to adapt. It's like on the ground. You have to adapt to any situation. So now everyone should make an effort.
The Portuguese coach failed to regain the level of the team, which was led by Claudio Ranieri. Monaco continues to have ups and downs, and despite 2 victories against Montpellier and Guingamp, the team lost 1-0 to Nice.
This is the first time I saw a derby in which the stadium is not full. In Greece and Portugal, it's different, and it's something else. In Greece or Portugal, it's different, and I'm sad for the results.
He also believes many decisions made by the referees were unfair for his team. Foreign coaches often come to France with their own rules, but do not always stand the test of time. Ultimately, Ligue 1 is not open to changes that easily.
So it's hard to say if foreign coaches succeed in France. Bielsa is doing good, Jardim is doing terrible, but there are some French coaches who were very interesting. Sagnol, Makelele, even Zidane was supposed to come this year to Bordeaux.
Yes, we have good French coaches as well. You know, we see Rudy Garcia doing a great job in Roma in the Serie A. And in France as well, we have René Girard in Lille. He's doing second season in a row. He's building a very good team. And Willy Sagnol, his first season as a coach with Bordeaux. Terrific start, only 2 points from Marseille. Yes, and Claude Makelele at Bastia is looking to, developing as a good coach as well. So, it's good for the future of French football, I think.
Yeah, very interesting to see. Laurent Blanc and Didier Deschamps, as big as they are, with all that glory from 1998, that by itself may not be enough. Amit Lewinthal, Michael Friedman, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that's it for our Tuesday edition of Talking Football. Don't forget you can watch this and every other show on our website at i24news.tv, also on Facebook and on Twitter. Thank you for watching and have a beautiful day.